Now, the amount of money, I always tell people, is not the key ingredient to success. It's the fire in your stomach, the will, the determination. If you're ready to persevere, the amount doesn't matter. Last week I had a story about someone who was invited for a talk, and I think it was the Rotary Club going to give them money. So many people came, as many as 300 knew they were going to get money. At the end of the talk, they were not told how much they will get, they didn't know, but they stayed in for an hour lecture, mindset change, and then they were told they're only going to get 10,000 shillings. Now with 10,000 shillings, 270 of them walked away. Only 30 stayed to take the 10,000. Of the 30 that stayed, one of them was a lawyer, a graduate who had been walking around. He was so frustrated. He felt humbled and brought to his knees, so he accepted the 10,000. He went away with this 10,000 and tried to think, what can I do with 10,000 shillings? Then he decided to open a shoe shining business. Now, it wasn't that shoe shining requires more than 10,000. It's buying a shoe brush and a can of polish and started polishing someone's shoes. He set up this business in Boise. But because of his ability to speak, because he's a lawyer, he sat somewhere, while he's cleaning your shoes, he's talking to you. He's talking about issues that are interesting. So word got out about this fantastic shoe shiner because he was a lawyer. He had so much knowledge. He's such a smart guy. He's based in Katwe, Kawempe, those areas. He employed 5 people, each of them smart enough to talk. So they are talking to the client whose shoe they are polishing. They're giving you legal advice. And the guys will keep paying even a higher price every time. You can keep raising your shoe shining price because there will be a queue of people wanting your advice, wanting to talk to you whilst you polish their shoes. So he kept growing his business. And the art was not so much in the shoe shining, but that 10,000 shillings got him into business. That he's employed 5 people, they're all trained to speak, and that's what they do. You could call it like the opposite of sengas. There's a thing in Uganda called sengas, who talk about love affairs and marriage and counseling. But him, it was about legal issues, about common sense, about business, and what he had gone through in his journey, his experiences, the stories he had. Because also you are getting stories from your customers. They are talking to you. You're a good listener while you're polishing their shoes. And they want to tell you how they are succeeding or how they are failing or what's happening in their life. And that's what helped this guy to start a business. He's now living comfortably. He's got more money than he ever imagined he could make from being a lawyer employed, and he was being paid, offered peanuts. He was feeling insulted when he was being offered this job. So with a small amount of money, you can succeed.